what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome back to episode number 4 of Bite the Bullets. Once again, I'm going to start every single episode by saying this, but thank you for all your continued support. I love you. It's awesome. If you can keep it going, that would be absolutely brilliant. So, we've started this series off quite well. We've got a few players unlocked for our 3 different teams right now, and this is how they're all looking. This is the hybrid squad. It's got 4 golds unlocked, of course, with Suarez in there as well. This is our La Liga team. We've got the 3 silvers and also 2 golds going in there, but the team that's kind of lacking the most is probably the Barca team, and that's because we had more silver players to unlock than any other. So we've got 5 silvers unlocked right now. This is the team we're going to go into a match with, and we come up against this guy right here. He's got a very nice squad actually. It's like a hybrid between France and Morocco and Brazil and all sorts of Portuguese, Greek I can see in there as well. It's a nice team. It's very not the sort of team I wanted to come up against, especially when we are kind of literally rocking silver players only. We get that lovely opportunity with Suarez right there to start with, but it just goes wide of the post. I then run into the box with Suarez after a couple of skill moves, a little bit of no touch, and we stick a lovely goal into the back of the net. It's worth 2 shots because our opponent rage quit at the end of the last episode, and that's how this guy decides to play it right at the start of this one. He literally quits after our first goal, so we get 2 more shots for the win, and that's going to equal 4 shots going into the bank, of which we already had 5, so we've now got 9 shots in the bank and 2 points. Not too shabby. And of course, for the next game, because this guy quit, we get double bonus again for the next game, which is brilliant. I decided to take 4 out of those 9 shots on the target. We hit the number 5 to start off with, which is my number. It just is. I mean, there's a 5 in my name. We've also hit a 5 again and a 2. We're getting loads of points right now. Serious points. I then decided to just go for a 1 and get a nice, clean, easy 1-pointer. So from that, we now have 15 points in the bank. How am I going to spend that? Well, I've got 1 more silver player to unlock, and I'm going to unlock another 2 players after that, because we can open a maximum of 3 players per team per game. I get myself Vermaelen and Bartra. I figured, you know what, we can kind of do things going forwards, but it's the defending at the back which is really I'm struggling on. So we have a new keeper from Barca, we've got 2 new centre-backs from Barca, and finally that team is starting to kind of look good. I don't mind the look of that right now. However, it's time to switch over, move over in our rotation to our La Liga squad, which is also looking pretty good. Of course, it's a full chemistry team because they are all from the same league, and we go into another game against this guy once again. We literally played him an episode or 2 ago, and I swear I've played him before in a randomizer. Unfortunately, we got beaten 3-1 in what I classed as a sort of an undeserved win for my opponent in this last game, but I decided to play him again. I recognised his gamer tag straight away. I decided to play him again to see if things would be any different. Now, Iñaki Williams plays it over to Eddie, who misses that volley. I mean, if that was Suarez in that position, we would be 1-0 up at the start of this game. Suarez then takes the free kick, forcing an amazing save out of Keylor Navas, and my opponent gets through with Crespo right here. He decides to smash it against the bar, and Dennis Bergkamp's there at the back post. So stick him 1-0 up, and that frustrated the hell out of me right there, because again, I just didn't think he deserved it right off the bat. He then somehow manages to block all of these attempts that I'm having on goal, and you know what, there comes a point where you've got to realise actually someone is just better with you with the team that they're currently using at the time and all of that stuff. So I can now officially say this guy has beaten me twice. I think I made him rage quit once. So, well, you know what the story is going to be for the end of this game. He's going to beat me, basically. I've spoiler alerted you already. We're 2-0 down at half-time. He has had Sergio Ramos sent off, but it opened up a little bit more space. Suarez scored a goal right there at the start of this second half, which means we get 2 shots on the target, which is crucial. We get 2 shots because my opponent rage quit the first match, and we're on double points right now. And even if we lose, we're only going to lose that 1 shot. So we're still going to be earning from this game. So that goal was quite crucial, and then he makes it 3-1 right there. Another very frustrating one to concede. Ochoa, man, what are you doing? I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his name. Bergkamp then does what Bergkamp does, sticks it into the back of the net. Fair play, a lovely goal, and at this point I'm very demoralised because I've literally come to the thought process of, you know what, this guy's better than me, damn it, I thought I was better than him. So fair play, Bergkamp then sticks a header in, literally annihilates us. It is 5-1, and that is how the game is going to end, and it doesn't end in 90 minutes, it ends by having that funny sort of connection loss glitch. he definitely didn't rage quit at that point. There wasn't a spinny circle. It just finished the game. So I am going to take that as a proper loss, deservedly so as well. So we only earned 1 shot from that entire game, even though we lost, which is actually still quite positive. We've got 6 shots on the target. I'm only going to take 2 of those right now. We hit a 5-pointer, and then we hit a casual 2-pointer as well. 7 points earned on that means we've now got 4 shots in the bank and 12 points to spend. How are we going to spend them? Well, I'm going to open or unlock 2 players right now. I'm going to go for Hernandez and Rami in the gold section. They're both going to cost me 4 points. So we've now left with 4 shots in the bank and 4 points in the bank for a rainy day. 2 more gold players going into the La Liga squad is very, very positive. You know, we've now got ourselves Hernandez and, of course, Rami as a gold centre-back right there. I'm happy about that. But once again, as always, we need to switch teams, move over to our hybrid squad for the final game of this episode. I'm playing 3 games in today's episode simply because the first guy rage quit so quickly. It's not enough content for you guys. So we are playing a 3rd game of this episode, and we come up against this squad right here. And again, this is like the 2nd match of the series now where I've actually felt like I think we've got a stronger team than my opponent. He has got an informed Felipe Anderson up front, which I was very worried about. I've heard some amazing things about him this year. But, you know, we've got a 2nd informed Suarez. He's 92 rated, for Christ's sake. And when he goes straight into the match and scores like that, you kind of feel positive about the way this game is going to go. And he does net it 1-0 to start off with. And that's a nice goal on his weak foot, actually, to stick us 1-0 up. And that's a very positive thing. We play it over to Suarez again, literally in the 6th minute. He takes it through, slots it home. Amazing. We're going to win 10-0. We're going to have like 50 shots on the target. Well, I mean, that could have been a possibility. But my opponent really wasn't actually that bad. We got 2 quite lucky attacks to start that game off. Felipe Anderson gets through onto goal. Luckily, our defender and goalkeeper stopped that one from going in. But the rest of this game was kind of this situation. Him running through on goal, him trying to get it to Felipe Anderson. He held the majority of the possession and literally dictated most of the play for the whole rest of this game. And it kind of stayed at this 2-0 scenario, which I wasn't particularly comfortable with, simply because, well, if you think about it, 2-0 is kind of my worst scoreline because I always let it go and let it slip and then let my opponents back into the game. Luckily, we didn't quite do that. We're getting a chance with Suarez here. Cannons off the bar. We can't quite get that hat-trick with him, and eventually the game does end 2-0, which is fine and nice and positive. We earned 3 shots on the target for that right there. So we've now got 7 shots in the bank and 4 points in the bank. How many am I going to spend? I think I'm going to spend 4 shots right now, and literally let's smash some targets, get some players, because I want to add another couple of players to this hybrid team right now. So our first shot on the target I thought we hit the 10 points. On further reflection, we don't hit anything at all. Unfortunately, that would have been a killer. But we wrap it up with 2 5-pointers and a lovely 2-pointer as well to earn ourselves 12 points. That's quite a madness. We've now got 16 points to spend. I'm going to spend that on 2 players. We're going to unlock a final 4-pointer and then a 6-pointer in Rafael Varane. So we've now got 2 centre-backs going into the hybrid squad. 2 Frenchmen. One of them's Inform Zuma and one of them is Rafael Varane. That's quite good. I'm now positively happy that this hybrid squad has now got a pretty solid defence too. We've got 3 out of the 4 ones that we wanted to unlock into the team. We've still got a silver goalkeeper, but hey, hopefully they won't get past the defence in order to actually take the shot on goal. So currently right now Suarez is on 9 games, 16 goals and 1 assist. That's a pretty positive start. That's not quite 2 a game right now. He obviously had a little bit of a quiet spell at some point during this episode, or we had the guy that rage quit straight away and all of that stuff. That's pretty much going to wrap up this episode right now. If you have enjoyed, again, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. I really appreciate all of the support. There won't be an episode tomorrow night, on Friday night. That's the only day of the week that this series won't be uploaded, but we will be back again on Saturday, and I'm thinking about doing some live comp for the games in that episode, so look forward to that. Subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will catch you next time, guys. Peace.